You're in the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real
deal. Strictly for the Music Podcast, a platform for all upcoming artists of all genres. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we got a special guest in the building. London-based music producer, specializes in BoomBap and LOFI. All praise to the old school. Ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, my next guest, BigJayBeats.
How you doing?
Welcome, man. I want to say, man, thank you so much for tuning in with Strictly for the Music Podcast. It's a blessing to have you, man, all the way from London, man. So with no further ado, man, early in your career, you started out rapping, right?
Yeah, I was absolutely awful at it. Like, terrible. Like, should have been drowned, to be fair. I was fucking awful, mate. But can I swear, is that all right?
You're good, man.
Yeah, I was fucking terrible at it. I was awful. So I was trying to make beats for myself, and I sort of fell in love with it, you know what I mean? And I really liked it, so I just carried on doing that.
All right, man. So, like, basically the process of making beats is doing them off vinyl, making them into samples, right?
Yeah, I'll get old vinyl records, sample them, chop them up, repitch them, sometimes reverse them, do anything, really.
All right, man. That's awesome, man. So what was it like growing up in London, man?
It depends, really. It can be rough in areas, it can be posh in areas, you know what I mean? My mum lived in quite a nice area, and my dad lived in a shithole. So it was a bit weird, and I was like back and forth between the two of them, so I got to see both sides of life, you know what I'm saying, which is quite helpful, really. My nan's got quite a nice house, quite a wealthy house, my grandma, my nan, and my dad has got no money whatsoever. I would go days without eating so he could feed his kids. Did a lot of drugs, but he was a good guy, you know what I'm saying, and that's what it is, really.
Yeah, man, that's what, man, I'm telling you, man. From living from a good life to seeing the struggle, man, you had both situations played out in your life, man. So what I want to say, man, is do you think that experiencing both lifestyles affected you and your music, man?
Maybe not in my music, but a little bit, I guess, because I've got different sort of tastes than most people. Most people who grew up in my dad's area listen to a lot of like drill and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But the people in my mum's area would listen to like indie and stuff like that. So I've got a bit of a mix, you know? I don't really listen to a lot of drill because a lot of it's not my cup of tea, we'll say. But yeah, I listen to anything and everything. Jazz, soul, indie music, Britpop, anything, literally anything. African music, Swedish music, all sorts.
Yeah, man. That's dope, man. That's dope. All right, man. So, man, how old were you when you decided you wanted to do music, and what music influences inspired you to create your own?
Well, when I first tried to get into music, I was like 8 or 9. I just bought my first Dizzy Rascal CD. It was Mass in English. It was called, and it was absolutely fantastic. He had this song on there called Pussy-O, and I used to love that song. I used to bump that song every single day. And I just started writing my own ones, you know, writing my own little raps. And they were terrible because I can't rap. Even back then I couldn't rap. And it was weird stuff like rapping about Winnie the fucking Pooh and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I was only 8 and I loved it. And then when I got a bit older, about 14, 15, I tried it again. This time I was listening to a bit of Skepta because That's Not Me just come out, or it didn't just come out, but it was getting quite big again, the song That's Not Me by Skepta and JME. That song, and a lot of the grime stuff, a lot of the early grime stuff and the mid 2000s grime stuff, you know what I mean? You might not have heard of grime, it's like a genre of music, you know?
Yeah, man. I've definitely heard some grime, man, but based on London, no, I haven't. I haven't got to touch that, man, and I'm glad you brought that up, man. So, what kind of grime musical influence did spark an interest in you, man?
I mean, when I say grime, I mean like grime is like a specific London genre of music. It's got a lot of bass influences, a lot of garage and jungle influences. Wiley, he's sort of a lot of people say Wiley, the rapper from the UK, is the godfather of grime because he sort of invented that genre of music over here. He had a song called "That's Not Garage." What do you call it? Sorry, not "That's Not Garage." It's called "What do you call it?" But the line in there is "That's not garage. What do you call it? Garage," and all that. And
Ah,
that's like one of the first grime songs from the UK. And grime's like a specific genre. When I know there's a lot of music that's grimy, but when I say grime, I mean like 140 BPM, a lot of like bass and a lot of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, man, definitely, man. All right, man. So, let me ask you this: what separates you from other producers, man?
I've got a specific ear. I've got a good ear, you know, and I listen properly. A lot of producers get a beat or get a sample and they just chuck it together, bish bash bosh, they're done. I can spend hours and days on one beat. You know what I mean? Trying to make it
Oh,
perfect. You
man.
know?
All right, man. All right, man. I hear you, man. All right. So, man, I want to go to your catalog, man, because I'm not sure where your start was coming from, but I'm gonna go off what I see, man. Over 9,000 levels of chill, man. Lo-fi
Oh,
hip hop.
yeah, I love that one. That was from an old guitar jazz record. I forgot. I think it's called The Tender Touch, which is a bit creepy title, but it was fantastic. And I took the chords, tuned them down about 9 semitones, so they sounded proper dark, but not really. You know what I mean? So they sounded a lot slower. Yeah, and they just sounded fantastic. And I chopped them up individually and played them in a different order, and then put some drums underneath it and a bass underneath it, and it just sounded perfect. I loved it. That was a really,
Man,
really good one.
man, that's dope, man. You got a lot of vinyl records, don't you?
Yeah, I've got about 600, 600.
Yo, bro, can I ask you, man, what's your favorite vinyl?
My favourite is probably one of the first ones I got, Labisa Fear. I forgot what album it is, but Labisa Fear is. I could never really sample it because it didn't have a lot on it, but I just loved the cover of it, and it sort of got me hooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And I buy records like they're fucking drugs now. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Hey, man, it's better than you buying drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot
So,
better than buying drugs.
yeah, I got to give you that, man, straight up. So let me ask you this, man. Where did you get your start at? Was it YouTube? Was it BandLab? Was it Instagram? Where did they first hear Big J's Beats at?
Oh, definitely BandLab.
Oh man, all right. So we gotta go here then, man. We automatically gotta go here. What? How did you discover BandLab?
Um, I can't really remember. I think back when I started rapping a couple of years ago, I was on Rap Fame. If you
Oh
know
man,
that.
Rap
Yeah,
Fame.
yeah, it's awful. I don't really like it, to be fair. Rap Fame, it's not my cup of tea. But each to
Can
their own. You know?
Hey man, can I ask you a question, man?
Yeah.
What is the difference between Rap Fame and Rap Chat?
I think they're different. They're different apps. You know what I mean? But Rap Chat doesn't have groups on it. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. All right, man. All right, man.
Yeah.
So what year would you say you debuted in?
I debuted, I guess, last year or the year before. I think it's probably the year before.
So we're talking about 20,
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, right at the end of 2019, probably. But
Okay, man. All right. So you
100%.
come in, you come in on BandLab, man, and we got a pound mix beat but edited. What does that mean, man?
Oh, that was someone else's beat that I was rapping over. That was
Okay.
before I even started making beats. That was.
All right. So we're gonna go straight to your catalog, man. Wow, bro.
Yeah, I've made a lot of songs.
Yeah. So why don't you just give us a in-depth view of your catalog. Let us know what you like and what you don't like.
Okay, I can't really name them off the head. I just come up with names and put them down and forget about them, the names, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if you read me off some names, I might be able to remember them.
Okay. So feeling myself, lo-fi.
Um, I think that's one with a vocal loop I put in there that I found in the one shots. I ain't 100% sure on that. I mean,
All right.
I can talk about some songs I've made if you want.
Yeah. Let's go there.
My favorite is one I made about 6 months ago. I got Kanye West, MF Doom, Common, and a bunch of rappers, and I put them, like, I took their acapellas and I put them on a beat that I made, and I loved it. It's on YouTube as well. It's got a video I put behind it of an old cartoon, and it's proper old school. I love that beat. I used the Jungle Book at the start of it, you know what I mean? But yeah,
man. Definitely, man. All right, man. So, 88 BPM remix, MF Doom, J. Cole, Kanye, and this is the one you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, yeah.
Ah, man, MF Doom, man. What was the first song you heard from MF Doom?
Accordion, the first song I heard from him.
Man.
And then it was probably Meat Grinder. Meat Grinder's my second favourite. And that's that. Yeah, Meat Grinder.
All right, man. So you gotta what key would you say you're comfortable making beats in?
Any key, really. The thing that's strange about it, because I sample a lot, I sort of figure out the key on the sly. You know what I mean? I tune the bass to the sample. So instead of going and tuning the sample to a specific key, I don't really know what key it's in. You know what I mean? A lot of people who make beats with samples are like that. They don't really know what key it's in. But when I make beats with PSPs, what?
Is that good or bad?
That's a good thing, I guess, because it makes you more experimental. Everything's in key. Everything's in key to each other. But it's like when you tune a guitar. You can tune a guitar using a tuner, so you know exactly string is in key, the right key, or you can tune a guitar to each other. So each key is, it's a bit hard to explain, but each string is tuned in relation to each other. So they're all the same distance apart in like tone or whatever. I sound like an idiot, but I know what I'm on about, but nobody else will. You know what I mean?
No way, no how, Kanye West type beat.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one as well. It's the one that goes like, no way, no how, no baby. Yeah, I found this old soul song, chopped it up and played it in a different order with a different sort of tempo because it was sped up a bit, added a bass underneath it, added a load of percussion and the drums and all of that. A couple other little effect sounds and stuff like that, and I added in and just put it in the machine and programmed it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, definitely. All right, man, so what I was saying whenever, right before, I was saying, man, all right, so you're comfortable in any key, you said, but I see a lot of emotional sadness, lo-fi type of beats, man. Would you say that you started leaning towards lo-fi a little bit?
Yeah. Towards the beginning, I started on lo-fi, but now I'm going a bit more BoomBap, really, a bit more like Griselda sounding, you know what I mean? A bit darker in sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
It was a bit emo, you know what I mean? A bit sad and mopey. Nothing wrong with it, but you know what I mean? A bit sad and melancholy. But now it's a lot more darker and I'm like in your face sort of thing.
Destined for greatness, man.
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah. I do pretty much the same thing with every beat. I get the sample in, find some drums either off a drum break or using drum shots that I've bought or got for free or downloaded, you know what I mean? And program them in because I've got a native instruments machine. That's what I use. Some people use like MPCs and stuff like that, but I use the machine because it's like software and hardware. So it's the best of both worlds, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Definitely. So street crime on the street, Mob Deep type beat.
Yes, bro. That's one of my best ones, boy. That one is proper. Oh, that's got a sample from a TV show talking about crime on the streets and how everyone's going to die and all this. And I thought it was wicked to put at the start right before the drums come in. And it's a good beat. It's a really good beat.
So, what you say you don't use an MPC, you use something else?
Yeah, I use a machine, Native Instruments machine. I'm going to get an MPC 2000 XL, like the old one from the 90s sort of thing, soon when I get some money through.
So you're talking about a machine, and
Native,
it's a name brand, right?
Yeah, Machine is the name of the company, product. It's called Machine Mark III, this one.
Yeah, I gotta check it out, man.
It's like an MPC, but with software as well, even though the new ones have software as well. But you know what I'm saying? It's sort of like a machine. It's like like an MPC, but it's like their competitor sort of thing.
All right, man, definitely. All right, man. So let me ask you this, man. What beat inspired you the most, man?
Ooh, it's gonna be a weird one. Can You Kick It? The beat from Can You Kick It? It's got that Lou Reed sample in it, and it's like I love it so much because it's like they don't just sample soul or something or soundtracks or library music or something anyone would sample. They sample a rock song, like quite a popular rock song as well, and they flip it and they make it sound brilliant. You know?
Yeah.
Or Kanye West, Jesus Walk. That's a fantastic beat. The beat for that.
Man. Takes me back, bro.
Yeah, that's my favorite album of all time. College Dropout, favorite album of all time. Come on.
All right, man. All right, man. So let's talk about your music video, man. Dig deep and how you started creating these, and let the people know, man, what the process was.
Yeah, how I started making beats. Well, I bought this old drum machine called an XR20 and a Kai XR20. I was just messing around with it. You know what I mean? And I loved it. So then I bought a Machine Micro, which is like the smaller version of what I got now. I started using the VSTs and the keyboard mode and stuff like that. Started playing about. All I was doing was playing around. I wasn't taking it seriously at the time. And then I sort of started listening to old songs again. I was like, it was Through the Wire by Kanye West, strangely enough, from the same album we were just talking about. And it's got the sample is Through the Fire. And I listened to the original of the song and I was like, bloody hell, this is the beat. But it just sounds completely different because what he's done to it, you know? And he sped it up so much. And I sort of fell in love with that whole process. So I started going to record shops, record fairs, boot fairs, anywhere that I could get records. And I just started buying them and buying them and buying them. And slowly and surely I started to get better at sampling them, started to get new turntables and better equipment. And I just got better at doing it. I get a lot of plugins as well. So I use Iophonic RX 950, which makes it sound like an Akai S950 sampler from the 90s and the 80s. And I use a lot of plugins to saturate my sound and make it sound a bit warmer, you know?
Damn.
I use a lot of plugins.
Bro, you sound like you know what you're talking about. And man, I'm hoping, man, that you have a big project coming out or that's already out right now that people can go cop and stream it. You have a Spotify, iTunes, Pandora playlist, anywhere people can find.
I don't. I know it sounds weird, but it's because I'm trying to get a beat tape out. I'm trying to do it physical. I know it sounds really weird. I'm trying to do it physical. You know?
So let me ask you this, man. Do you have them physical copies that are released and ready, pressed up, ready to go?
No, of course not. No, I don't. I just, at the moment, I'm just releasing my stuff to BandLab and Instagram. That's all I'm doing. YouTube? And not even YouTube anymore because it wasn't taking off, so I stopped using it.
Oh, man. All right, man. So you don't want to talk about anything on YouTube?
I can do. Yeah, you can do, but it's all stuff that's on BandLab as well, you know?
Okay. What about your music videos?
They're pretty cool. I liked making them, but it's not about getting traffic, but if I'm going to spend loads and loads of time doing something, then get 2 views. It's just a waste of time, you know? Because I might as well...
Can I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah, of course you can.
All right, man. So you have a YouTube channel, man. You're not getting views like you want. Are you promoting your YouTube channel? Do people know where to find you? Do people know what link to go to on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I had my links all on my BandLab and my Instagram, but I was promoting it as well. I was telling people go to my YouTube. I wasn't sending them blind messages because they don't work, in my opinion. Like just sending out spam messages on Instagram or all sorts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just weren't taking off, and it don't bother me because I don't do it for the views. I do it because I love doing it. That's why I do. That's why I'm not releasing any music on Spotify because I'd have to clear the samples and all that, and I'm just doing it for myself at the moment. It keeps
So
me.
let me ask you this, man. So whenever you sample another song, you gotta clear it first.
If you're selling it, if you sell it to an artist, the artist has to clear it, and if you release it on Spotify, you yourself have to clear it because you're making money off of it.
Okay.
That's
I didn't know that, man. I'm glad you're here to tell us and educate us about how to do these beats proper, man. Because a lot of people probably don't know about what you're talking about.
Yeah, but a lot of people get away with it. If you're very underground, they probably won't even care. And a lot of the times, if you email them about clearing your samples, they won't even answer back. So what are you expected to do? Not release your music because some dickhead won't answer you? You're going to release your music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, man.
I have an effort into doing it. So then they get money when it blows up. And people are like, hang on, we messaged you in the first place, but you thought we were too little for you. So now we've blown up with your song. Fuck you, mate. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. So have you ever done any DJ shows at any concerts, open mics? Maybe, you just a DJ, you go to the club and you play music, man. Is that anything, any sort that you do?
That's not my cup of tea, going to a club and playing my music, you know?
Okay.
I'm not a very people person. I'm not a very sociable person. I'm a Larry bastard. Larry means like aggressive, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't do big crowds of people. I just tell them to fuck off. I can't stand crowds of people. And DJing, standing up there playing someone else's music. I get it if it's doing your own music, but just playing someone else's music, I don't get it. But there's a lot of talented DJs out there, saying that in the first place. But there's a lot of talented DJs out there. DJing is a hard thing to get into. I tried it myself. I couldn't really do it. So I sort of gave up the DJing thing. But I didn't do any clubs like that.
Do you do any lives to promote your music? Do you do YouTube live, Facebook live, Instagram live, any live streaming platforms?
I used to go on Twitch, but there was a problem with my computer, and I'm waiting for to get a new interface so I can get the mic back and get it working, because the mic on my computer stopped working, so it weren't picking up any audio, so I stopped doing it. Which is a shame, because it was fun.
I bet, man. I love Twitch.
Like I said, I do music for myself, you know? I'm not doing it to get big. I'm not doing it to make money. I'm doing it because I like doing it. And that's how you should be.
So let me ask you this, man. Can we expect any big features on any of your tracks that you produce, man? Are you working with anyone, or is there someone in mind that you want to work with?
I've sent a couple beats to MC Paranoia. He's someone I started speaking to through Instagram. Willie Greens, he's done an interview with you, hasn't he?
Yeah, Willie Greens, shout him out, man.
Yeah, big up Willie Greens, come on. All right, he's a good guy, he's a lovely guy. All right, I mean that in the nicest way possible. I don't mean he's soft, I mean he's a lovely guy, all right? But that's my Britishness for you, I've got. But yeah, he uses my beats all the time. He's the only one who really jumps on him, who I trust to jump on him and do well, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like jumping on my beats when they're shit, you know? That pisses me off.
Right, hell yeah, man. All right, man, so... What's that?
I know that sounds a bit rude, but I'm a rude cunt, so fuck them.
Right on, man. All right, man. So what is the best advice you can give a youth that maybe that's aspiring to be a producer like yourself, man?
Keep going. You know, it's going to be shit today. It's going to be shit tomorrow. But the next day, it might be a little bit less shit. and then it'll be less than less shit. You know what I mean? And it'll keep getting slightly better. And it's never going to be an overnight thing. People expect to wake up one day and the music's going to sound fantastic and they're going to make loads of money overnight. But it's not like that. You've got to just slowly put the grind in. And after a few years, you'll get to a better point. You might not be like overnight success because that don't exist. And it does exist for a very like small handful of people, you know? Just keep going, really.
Yeah, man, definitely. So favorite bars ever wrote in a song you've heard, or a song that has favorite lyrics that memorized you and inspired you, man?
Out of work jerks since they shut down Chippendales, MF Doom. I love that bar.
Yeah. All
Out
right,
of work
man.
jerks, stripping males. Out of work jerks since they shut down Chippendales. Sorry.
All right, man. So let me ask you this, man. Can we expect BigJayBeats to go out of his comfort zone, man? Like maybe explore another genre or something you haven't tried, but you've been wanting to get into it.
I've been wanting to make some old school grind beats or some garage beats, maybe a bit of jungle. I like jungle music, but I don't know. It's not my favorite. You know, I like Leviticus and who else is DJ fucking hell, General Levy and stuff like that. That song by Leviticus, Big Bad and Heavy. It's called The Burial, but the hook is Big, Bad and Heavy. It's like a Jamaican dance song. You know what I mean? It's fantastic.
Yeah. All right, man.
I'd love to make some music like that.
All right, man. So let me ask you this, man. What values and what ways have you found to be able to push and promote your music, man, the way you want?
Facebook is quite good for promoting your music. All sorts, really. Just word of mouth. The better you get, the more music will promote itself, you know?
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that definitely.
People don't want to listen to crap music. And not that I'm saying I'm the best in the world. I've got a long way to go. I've got a long way to go. I hate a lot of my music that I make. But I've got a lot better than I was. Before I was terrible. But in the last year or so, I've got a lot better. And I've noticed that I'm getting more engagement and more likes and plays and stuff like that because I'm getting better. You know what I mean? Someone will tell someone, I want to tell someone else. I like the old school methods. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. All right, man. So I know we're going to be closing out in 2021, but is there any goals or anything that you're trying to get done before the year ends?
I need to get some more equipment. That's what I need to get. That's what I want to do. Because like I said, I like doing the music, but I do it for myself. So I need to get more equipment, make more music, make better music. I'm trying to learn the piano so I can add like synthesized bass to my music and stuff like that.
All right, man. Best advice you have been given?
Best advice I've been given, don't give a shit what anyone else says. If they say it's shit, fuck them, they're shit. You know what I mean?
Amen. You already know, man. So what would you say to any upcoming artists in your local area or any upcoming producer in your local area?
Message me. That's what I'd say. Message me.
Yeah. All right, man.
For real.
All right, man. So how is your music going to evolve from here on out? What can the people expect? What are you going to bring to the table, man?
A lot more merchandise and beat tapes, sample packs. I'm trying to get a sample pack going as well because I get a lot of breaks and drum sounds from vinyl, so I might as well start giving them away or selling them even. But I probably wouldn't sell them. I'll probably just make free sample packs for producers that are trying to start, you know?
All right, man. So is there anything that we didn't cover in the interview that you want to bring up right now?
A couple shout-outs I want to do.
Yeah.
I've shout them out already, but I want to give them a proper one. So shout out to Willie Greens, MC Paranoia, Clarify Beats, and I think that's it. I think there's probably someone I forgot. And
All
Blaze
right,
as well from BandLab. Blaze, I haven't spoke to him for a while, but he's a good dude. So Blaze from BandLab as well.
All right, man. So go ahead and plug in on your social media outlets. Let everyone know where they can find you. And if you got any upcoming releases, let us know and let us know where to find it.
All right. BigJayBeats Instagram, Jay Hay on Facebook, at the underscore K9 on BandLab. And is there one more? No, that's it, I think.
All right, man. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. BigJayBeats, London Zone. You already know. Strictly for the Music Podcast. Don't forget you hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you share this to your feed. You already know.